T.J Houshmandzadeh is our guest. I want to get specific on Rome in just a second, but we in media here, we talk a lot about quarterbacks, what it takes for a quarterback to make the transition from college to the NFL, the differences and all of that. What are the things that make a successful transition from college to the NFL for a receiver?
You got to be able to create separation. That to me is the biggest key. You got to separate at the top of the route, and you got to beat press coverage. That's the basis of what I teach. That's what we work on every single day. If you can do those things, you're going to be successful. The mental part of it is you're going to fail. You're not. This National Football League is the best of the best, and so you got to understand when you fail. Short memory. It is what it is. I got to get back on the horse because there's always another play, good or bad. There's another play. So we got to be able to let something go that was good and let something go that was bad. And so we just we go over the physical. We work the mental a ton because the mental, I believe, gets lost in translation at sometimes where everything is just physical. I try to work the middle game a decent amount also.
Just to follow up on that, the top of the route, for those of us who might think we know what it means, you're talking about before the wide receiver makes that first move, and what are the ways that you can get separation at the top of the route?
All right, so I'll explain it for the viewers. If you're running a curl route is 10 to 12 yards back to the quarterback. You turn inside. So the top of the route is the last 2 to 3 yards of that route. And you want to burst at the top to create separation. You give an illusion as if you're accelerating, but you're actually decelerating. And the guys that can do that the best are the guys that create a ton of separation. And so we just rep different ways of setting guys up, different ways of coming out the top of the route so that the quarterback feels like I'm open. And that's the key. We want to be quarterback friendly because if the quarterback isn't seeing the separation that I'm creating, or I'm not seeing the game from the same eyes that he's seeing it from, it doesn't matter.
We're talking to T.J Houshmandzadeh. You're working with Rome Odunze. Tell us about his game. Scout him for us.
Big, fast, ball skills are really crazy. That's the thing that stood out to me was make a hard catch look really easy, and that right there is difficult to do. And he makes that look easy, but he's a big dude, man, and he can run 500 meters in high school. Anybody that know anything about track, when you can run that in high school, you can roll, can really drop his weight to be 6'3", and so there's really nothing he can't do. He can a comp. I know people have asked me about that. I don't have a comp because it's very rarely that you see a guy with his size that can run like that can drop their weight and run routes, ball skills. I mean, the ball skills, Chris Henry had ball skills, crazy ball skills. Rome is very similar to that. But Rome, the way he can drop his weight, the way he can run routes, he has good quickness at the line of scrimmage.
Can I throw two at you?
Yeah.
Davante Adams?
He's bigger.
Bigger. So Garrett Wilson?
He's bigger.
Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Rome is a big dude, and I don't think people realize that until you get up on him. Like, legit 6'3".
We have Dave Wanstead on this show often, and he gave us one that I saw in a scouting profile the other day too. Michael Irvin. I know it's going back a while, but he gave us Michael Irvin. What do you think about that one as a comp?
He's faster, probably a little better at the top of the route.
Wow.
Okay.
He seems to have what we like to call around here guwagi, go up and get it. Like, he's got that thing, whether it's...
He don't do that.
Right? He's got all of that, doesn't he, TJ? It's like, who was it? Kalen DeBoer said that he attacks the ball as a wide receiver. Those things go together. That sounded good to us.
Great ball skills. That's what I'm saying. Like, he just judges the ball well, and he can go get it. And he's not just a big guy, like, everything's a 50-50 ball. He's going to separate. He can run by you. And he's a great person. And so, you do all of that. It's like when you speak with him and you get around him, you're like, damn, he's really a good dude. And so, Chicago, man, they're going to be in for a surprise, not with just him, with Keenan, with DJ Moore, and Caleb Williams, with that offensive collection of skill guys, and Cole Kmet and DeAndre Swift, man. I'm actually excited to see what the Bears do, man. I'd be shocked if they don't play extremely well offensively. I'll be shocked.
Can you tell us how Rome hung in that workout with DJ, Keenan, and Caleb?
Fine. Fine. Not out of place at all.
Wow.
Like, come on, man. Like, they'll tell you. Easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you say that like it is an obvious thing. I mean, both those guys were top 11 in the NFL in receiving yards last year. DJ and Keenan.
No, he's just that good, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna see. Like, he can play. He was the best receiver in college football last year. Like, every time they needed a play, they went to him, and he made the play. I mean, you just go back. They play in Oregon. They need a play. He got it. They play Oregon State. They need a play. He got it. Every time they needed a play, he made it. And so, but it's a great thing that he can play with Keenan Allen, because he's going to learn from Keenan Allen.
Yeah, but
it's going to make him even better.
Did you? How was it for you playing with Chad? Like, is it going to be good for this kid to come in and have Keenan and DJ there, take some pressure off psychologically or even athletically a little bit?
Nah, you don't think about that. Take pressure off. What's pressure? Ain't no pressure playing football, man. Pressure is I got cut and I got 3 kids and a wife at home. That's pressure. Playing the game of football ain't no pressure, man. You go out there and you have fun. He has the ability and the talent. He'll learn from them, but to take pressure away, no. He probably welcomes anything that people may feel is pressure during a game. Nah, there's no pressure when you play football, man. You get out there and you have fun.
Did you and Chad teach each other stuff, steal stuff from each other, help each other in that way?
Any good player does that. You always try to take away things from really good players, and if you can't do it, you delete it. And if you can do it, you add it to your game. I mean, me and Chad went to college together. We got drafted together. We trained together pretty much our entire career. We had the same trainer out here in Los Angeles, and so a lot of the stuff that we did was very similar because we had the same trainer our entire career.
So you've been around the best of the best, both as a coach and when you played. You set up this workout. You're there. It's DJ Moore. It's Keenan Allen. It's Rome Odunze, and Caleb Williams is throwing him the ball. I don't know how much exposure you had to Caleb before that, but what are your impressions of Caleb?
I like Caleb a ton. I met Caleb through a kid, our guy named John Jackson. John Jackson will be participating in the Bears mini camp next weekend. He's a receiver also, so he just called me. He was like, we're going to be throwing at SC. You think Rome will want to come up here? I said, who's coming? He told me. And I was like, yeah, I'm sure Rome would want to do that. And so when I told Rome was like, hell yeah, when? And so, yeah, John Jackson that's how I met Caleb, is basically through John Jackson. Him and Caleb are like brothers. That's like his best friend. And so I look forward to him also going up to Chicago and finding a way to stick in Chicago on that team one way or another.
Yeah, he played with Caleb 1 year at USC and then transferred, an undrafted free agent. You think he's got a shot to stick?
Yeah. They'll see. They'll be surprised.
You said you work with Cole Kmet too?
I actually did when he came out. It was when he was coming out. He was part of a group of guys that I was working with, and some of the tight ends will kind of just see what I'm doing. And they'll be like, hey, can I jump in? I'm like, yes, I'll probably work with Cole probably, I would say about 10 to 12 times.
So it's interesting because he was a top 10 tight end in the NFL last year for sure. He finally had the touchdown production. He's a good blocker. He's a very solid all-around player. What's the key to unlocking a player like that as a weapon in the NFL? Opportunity,
because he's huge. He's like a heavyweight boxer. So like Cole Kmet is a big human being. But it's just opportunity. You need the ball thrown your way. You need targets. And in this offense, somebody is going to be the odd man out, so to speak. But that's a good problem to have when you have so many guys that you know when you throw the ball to them or you dial up a play for them, no doubt in your mind as a play caller, this guy can win.
You know,
Keenan Allen can win. DJ Moore can win. Cole Kmet can win. Rome Odunze can win. DeAndre Swift can win out the backfield. That's a great problem to have.
We once had Michael Irvin in studio and asked him why so many wide receivers have that mentality that I'd say Chad had more than you, or at least visually it seemed to us viewing had more than you, of like, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. But so many of the great ones have that. And he said it's because you are so dependent on others to get you the ball while you're standing in an independent spot all the way wide on the line of scrimmage. Does that make sense to you? That like certain personality?
100%.
Right? Yeah.
Let me just give you some clarification.
Please.
Everybody wants the ball. So we just express it differently. But every receiver wants the ball because your impact in the game, if you get 12 targets, that's a lot. You're going to throw the ball over 30, 35 times a game. And so when you get 2, 3 targets, you're like, what are we doing? Because what you say is so dependent on somebody else. And so you just want to impact the game. But every receiver wants targets. We just express it differently.
I hope that we're better as a media of understanding that. So like when A.J. Brown is yelling at Jalen Hurts, at least on this show, right? Or when Jamar Chase makes a fuss about Joe Burrow, we're like, well, yeah, they need the ball and they're not wrong. And it's in the DNA. Is the media better about it now?
No, they're not better about it. It's finicky. They pick and choose, but I don't have a problem with it because I want a guy that wants the ball. I want a guy that's so competitive that it bothers him that we're losing a game and he's not getting the ball. That's what I want. I want it to matter. I want you to care. And so as long as you and the quarterback aren't on the sideline arguing, it's not a problem. That's what I want. I want you to want the ball. I want you to feel like I could make a play. I have no problem with that at all. But, yeah, the media is still a little bad with it.
All right, just a couple more quick things here with T.J. Houshmandzadeh. Rookie Carson Palmer, you're there. We obviously have a very high-profile number 1 pick rookie here. What is the key to making it successful? Because it's literally never been successful in Chicago.
You must hone in on the little things. Again, he can play. We've all seen the physical talent. You want to know the playbook like you're the coach. You want to be an extension of the coaching staff. You have the weapons. Don't try to do too much early. The play isn't there. Get rid of it. Check it down. Don't try to make a big play every time. That, to me, will be key. But with those weapons, I just don't see how it isn't successful. I really don't. It's tough for me to envision it not working with those weapons on that team. It's very hard.
As long as the quarterback doesn't try to be a hero too much, right? We had your counterpart with Caleb, Will Hewlett, on yesterday, and Will said that Caleb is hungry for structure. We both loved that as an idea that the quarterback wants the structure. Here's your target, throw the ball. Caleb might be wired for the kind of thing you're talking about.
But what makes him who he is when the play breaks down. That's innate.
Right.
That's a gift. So you don't want to take that away because that's why he was the first pick, is that innate ability to slide and move in the pocket and find something that other quarterbacks would not find. That's why he's Caleb Williams. You can still do that. Let's just not try to do it every single play. You got to pick and choose when you do it, and he'll learn that along the way. But he'll be fine. He'll make it happen.
Hey, TJ, we talked to Jalen Johnson every week on this show during the season. He told us the other day he's looking forward to practicing against your guy Rome because corners can teach wide receivers stuff in practice that they can't pick up, without them. Is that true in your experience? Can you learn from practicing against a real good corner?
Yeah, because when you lose a rep, they're going to tell you what you did wrong and what they saw. And so you go back and you watch it on tape, you remember what he told you, and if that is the case, you're like, okay. So, yes, when you have a good DB on your team and you guys can go at it each and every day in practice, 100% it should make you better, and you should also make him better.
Did you ever go to pregame meals at McDonald's with Chad Johnson?
No. Pre-game meals, I just ate a bunch of fruit. No McDonald's at all.
Okay.
I don't even think if Chad had pre-game meal McDonald's, he didn't eat that.
I thought that was his legend, that he could eat McDonald's whenever.
No. I'm trying. No. Because you don't have time.
You don't have time?
No.
It's fast food.
You don't have time. When you play an away game, you go from the hotel to the bus to the stadium. You don't have time to go to McDonald's.
All right.
I got bad information.
Now, maybe a home game, he would probably swing the McDonald's, but no, I'm not doing that.
Hey, one more quickie.
I didn't have an appetite. I just ate fruit.
One more quickie, TJ. This has been so great, and our listeners have been loving it. Who's your favorite wideout in the NFL right now? Who do you love to watch the most?
I don't have a favorite wideout. I'm a fan of just good receiver play because I train so many of the guys, and so many of the guys that I deal with, I still communicate with them on a regular basis. I don't have a favorite receiver. There's so many good receivers are coming into the National Football League better than they've ever been, better than when we were playing, because they're getting specialized training from guys, myself, and there's other guys, around that do a good job. And so it's so many good ones. It's one, who can make the play when the opportunity is presented, and who can stay healthy.
I got one more comp for you for Rome. Larry Fitzgerald.
A little faster than Larry. But that is, his personality, the way Fitz caught the ball, that may be the closest one, but I would say he's probably a little faster than Fitz.
I've been Googling him the entire interview. Larry Fitzgerald, 6'3", 218, catches in like crazy contested catches, catches it away from his body.
What if Fitz run?
I think 4. I got you. Hold on.
It doesn't matter, but see, Rome should have run
4.63. 4.63.
Woo!
And see, Rome ran 4.4. And Rome, no lie, Rome should have probably run a 4.3. We'll get into that another day. He should have run a 4.3.
Well, so were you the one who told? Hold on a second. I'm not gonna let you go that easy. Were you the one who told him to keep running the 3-cone drill until he stopped at the combine?
Nah. Rome, when I was at the combine on the field, I'm like, Rome, what are you doing, bro? You've done enough.
That was a crazy thing to do.
That's how he's wired, man. He's such a perfectionist, and Chicago got a good one, man. They're gonna look back on this and be like, hell yeah, thank you. Him and Caleb, they got a nice little pair.
T.J. Houshmandzadeh, this has been incredible. Thank you so much for the time and the candor. We hope to do it again.
Man, y'all take care.
Thank you.
TJ. Man.
Can we get football season here already?